11:55 p.m. I sat alone in the dark, musty office. The quiet, buzzing light bulb flickered across decrepit walls. Grim posters covered the walls, presumably from children that had visited this establishment. Perhaps that's why they seemed so unnerving to me. The dank smell of the building drifted through the air lazily, as though even that was out to get me. 11:56 p.m. I sighed, and my toxic tie drifted onto the desk. Scanning through the cameras kept me occupied, although there was nothing new to see that I hadn't seen the previous nights. The empty establishment hummed with an otherworldliness, as though the building itself was out to get me too. I sighed, pinching the bridge of my nose slick with sweat, and let out an exhausted tear. I don't need another threat on top of all the other ones. 11:57 p.m. I looked around the room, scanning it for the fourth time. Nothing jumped out of me, but I knew that it wouldn't. To keep my mind clear from panic, I almost instinctively grasped the flashlight. What terror this light would defend me from tonight wasn't known to me, but I was already thankful for it having saved my life 4 times before. So far, I had only caught glimpses of a few monsters roaming the halls, and none of them seemed too interested in my office. I waited. 11:58 p.m. For the past 4 nights, one of the green ones would occasionally wander in, but I quickly found that the flashlight made that thing dissipate. Whether it was really there in the first place was the question that really made me nervous. As I began to think about the question of nervousness, many of the walls that I had held up fell down as methodically as the doors that kept the monsters out. 11:59 p.m. Why was I even here? Where have I gone? The last thing I remember was from a long time ago. I still had dreams and ambitions. So why was I condemned here? The rising panic formed tangibly in a lump in my throat, and my eyes watered. It was about to happen. I knew it, and yet I couldn't stop myself from crying like a young child. I didn't have time for this. I had to stop and... 12 a.m. Focus. That's what the voice in my head told me tonight, and that's what it told me the last 4 nights. I quickly grabbed the monitor out of muscle memory and got to work. I looked over the cameras methodically, trying to pick out a threat. 12:01 a.m. A slight shuffling noise wafted into the room from the doorway on my left. I perked up, listening closely for a monster. My breathing quickened, and my chest tightened slightly with adrenaline. This hasn't happened before. I listened closely into the darkness. There was nothing. Shining my flashlight revealed nothing in the dark hallway that stretched beyond. The filthy posters and racked flooring shone in the dim cone of my light, but nothing moved. My flashlight had its limits, and beyond that small radius lay further darkness. Who knew what could be making that sound? 12:02 a.m. I walked swiftly back over to the monitor. Nervously, I checked the cameras and assured myself in the meantime. In the past 4 nights, nothing has made a sound. If I didn't see anything, there must not be anything there. I'll find whatever I'm looking for on the cameras. The hazy security footage flickered as I checked the camera in the hallway. Nothing was there except for old decorations. 12:03 a.m. Another faint shuffling sound reached my ears. I was not imagining it now. There must be something out there. I listened closely at the door, holding my breath for fear that whatever it is may be listening too. My breath suddenly escaped out of my lungs, shocking me more than a monster. Blinking quickly several times, I shined the light in my panic and fear. 12:04 a.m. Nothing was there again. But this time, as I turned off my flashlight and moved to turn around, The shuffling noise happened again, and several things happened in quick succession. I whipped around, turned on my light on instinct, saw the stained fur and sharp metal teeth, and lost my breath. 12:05 a.m. Out of the darkness of the left door, a voice spoke.
We put you back together, then take you apart all over again.